KILR Killer Game.
Hello gamers and simmers and pilots, assuming you're still around since that last flight. I am the Killer Gamer and welcome to the World Tour featuring Flight Simulator 5.1 CD edition for DOS. Well, I think 5.1 is the CD edition. 5.0 was the floppy disk version. So anyway, we are here at Chicago Midway, and we are going to be flying to Joliet. I think it's Joliet Regional. Let me just double check here. Joliet Regional, which is KJOT. And we'll go ahead and show you the map so that way you've got kind of an idea of what we're doing. Okay, so here's Chicago Midway, and here is Joliet Park District. Well, at least on the Commodore 64 map, that's what it says. Eventually they changed their name to Regional, I guess. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a touch and go here at Meigs, whatever it is. So if we head out in this direction, I think the thing to do is to set our nav radio for Chicago Heights at about, let's see, that's 0 radio, so 350 would take us on this side, so I would say about a 355 should take us right through the middle. And then Chicago O'Hare, if we do a 110 should get us right about here. We should get an intersection point right about there. I don't know what this is. Hey, go off there. Go away. And then we can land and full throttle take off. And then we will head to Joliet Park. And we can retune Chicago Heights for the 270 radial, which will give us an intersection point, and retune Chicago O'Hare for 190, yeah, 190 should do it. So there's our flight plan. Weather, I made the weather random this time around instead of that disaster that was before. Alright, so let's go ahead and change our radios. So we've got Chicago O'Hare 135.15. Well, that was not it. That's the ATIS. 113.9. Alright, and we're going to set that for 110. A little too far. Okay, there we are. And then nav 2, 114.20. And that was at a radial of 270. Went way too fast there. There we go. So those two that start intersecting should get us right where we need to go. I wonder if my elevator trim actually works. I'm going to take a look at realism and reliability. First of all, turn that off. Realism and reliability. Yes, elevator trim, gyro drift, airframe damage from stress, engine stops when out of fuel. Yes, turn on instrument lights. Fuel tank selector, yes. I'm not sure if we want to do magnetos, yes. I don't think I'm going to worry about mixture control just yet. Okay, I believe we're all set to go. So let's tune into our ATIS 128.05 before we turn in the ATC. Okay, well, apparently that doesn't work. Plan B. I have a list of airports here. Chicago, Midway. This is like the document that's within the folder. Chicago, Midway. Is there not an ATIS for it? I don't even see an ATIS listed for Chicago O'Hare. But do they not have ATIS frequencies on this? Huh. That's interesting. Let's tune in then Chicago O'Hare 135.15. Wow, we don't get anything there either. Interesting. I wonder if this has something to do with RealATC being installed, if it completely disables the comms. It's kind of odd. Well, let's get this started. Now the sound of the engine, I've noticed that once I installed Flight Shop, it made the engine lower and it gave it this crackly tune. So I don't know why. I kept a backup of my copy of... Do you really have to climb up on the table? Here, say hi to everyone. Say hi. Hi, I'm a problem kitty. I like to get into things. Don't you? Meow. Meow. Go on. No, don't go up there. There you go. Go sit down on a chair. Go sit... Aye! Little snot. Ooh. A little frisky, aren't you? He likes to bite. And you're back up here. When he wants attention, he really wants attention. Why don't you go lay down? And don't go after my earbuds either. Yeah, lay right there. Be good. Try not to rabbit kick my hand holding the mouse. Yeah, it's just paper. Don't worry about it. Okay. Well, we don't know which runway to take off from because apparently the ATIS doesn't work. Or the comms don't work. Something. Yeah, you're going after the... No, don't do that. That doesn't mean keep going after it. He's flicking his tail. It's going all over the keyboard. Oh my word. Stop. You can be such a pest. Oh, don't give me that glare. I'll have to keep an eye on him. No, who knows what he'll do? Oh, he's flicking his tail. He's not happy with me. All of my controls are set wrong, and all right. Now he gets off the table. I think I offended him. All right. Well, alright, so let's go ahead and start our adventure here. And which one should we take here? Let's try random RealATC with random IFR weather changes. Let's see what happens when we do that.
That's roll 32 Alpha. Make the left turn on Tango, right turn at 49, but hold short of uniform. 32 Alpha.
And we will go ahead and find a runway. Oh, did we tune in our radios? Yes. Okay. Just making sure, because I've been changing things around here.
Oh, Nick on 905, halfway to taxi. Okay, after the west turn left on the ramp 25.
I'm like, trying to move. Come on.
Bus 21 from TWA hangar. Boss approved. Roger.
Gee, I hope that's not the random weather.
Philippine 146, can we make a...
Well, we had this problem the last time. If it's like this, we're not going to be able to successfully do our touch and go.
Canada 793 Heavy is thoroughly active for 21. Canada 793 Heavy, taxi to the gate.
And of course our ATIS isn't working.
Eagle with Kilo. Long Beach.
Citation 693 Meigs, we cleared the Long Beach Airport. Oasis 1 departure, Goffs transition. Goffs, direct Hector, KO3 arrival. Maintain 17,000 departure frequency, 125.9er, squawk 5350.
Okay, the Oasis departure, Goffs, transition, Golfs, direct Hector, KO3 arrival, Long Beach, 13,000, 125.95350.
Okay, recheck your initial altitude, sir. Initial altitude would be 17,000.
I'm sorry, 17,000 for 935.
93 Mike, the readback is correct. Kilo is current. Have a good flight.
Good day. Southwest 383 at Noise in Salt Lake, Charlie 4 with Juliet.
Southwest 383, Lawrence, if you're on request, sir, stand by. Just one. United 2418, you're released at 1913, void at 1933. Time is 1754 and a half.
Okay, 1913, 1933 is the void time for United. 2418, thanks.
Southwest 383 is clear Salt Lake City Airport. Reveal 3 departure. Milford transition as filed. Maintain 17,000. Departure frequency 133.905. Squawk 1015.
So if you've watched the last episode, in order to go from ground to tower, we have to lower down the thing of flaps for takeoff, and it automatically changes the radio, and it starts playing tower ATC.
4224, thanks. Morning, clearance Frontier 382, looking to go to Salt Lake City with Kilo.
Frontier 382, clear Salt Lake City Airport. Kilo 3 departure, Milford transition, then as filed. Maintain 17,000. Departure frequency will be 133.905. Squawk 1305.
Clear to Salt Lake City, Ovida 3 departure, Milford transition and file 17 and 133.905, 1305.
Frontier 382, readback is correct. Come out gate 23.
22, that's correct.
Thank you and have a good flight.
Negative, English, Reno Air 172 on request to Reno.
That was a nice liftoff.
Air 172 is cleared to Reno Airport, awaits 1 departure, 80 transition, then as filed. Maintain 17,000. Departure frequency will be 125.9 squawk 6764.
Air 172 is cleared to Reno via the way to 1 departure, 80 transition as filed. Maintain 17,000, 125.9 squawk 6764. We're at Alpha 1 with Kilo.
Reno Air 172, thank you. The readback is correct. Have a good flight.
Have a good day. Roger, 297. Let me check on our flow control to San Fran.
Call clearance, who was that, please?
That was United 2097 to San Francisco.
2097, Roger. We have pre-departure clearance. I show company accepted Joliet.
Okay, thanks.
Look up going for Romeo. The heavies about a mile.
Should be interesting to see what kind of random weather happens.
Sector 26, Cautionway turbulence.
Just wish we could tune into the comm radio to find out.
Clear to take off, Cactus 26. Up going for Romeo, leaving fast Bravo airspace frequency change approved. Good day. 1 for Romeo, good day. Tractor 120, visual left. Tractor 120, traffic 737, short final, runway 25 left, clear to land, wind 350 at 4.
Coming in 25 left, Tractor 120, Tower American 899 is about 10 miles out for 25 left.
American 899 traffic is a Fox jet, 3.5 mile final, runway 25 left, clear to land.
Hey, I see Meigs over here. As I recognize the yellow, those are some, that's some custom stuff that I downloaded from flightsim.com. They're like hangers.
Cactus 26, contact departure, Solid.
Now I'm wondering if you can add WAV files to this. Like if you can add the stuff from the live ATC and put them in here, that would be pretty cool.
Okay, cleared to land on the left, hold short of what? Hold short of 25 right. Okay, cleared to land on the left, hold short of 25 right, 59 X-ray. Frontier 43, hold short of 25 right, standard frequency, traffic is departing. 25 right, Frontier 43. Hector 609, traffic's landing, runway 19 left, hold short of the intersection, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff, wind at 350 at 5. 609, power go, 25 right. Tower cleared at 114 to Charlie, on the visual 25 left. Visual 114 to Charlie, tower traffic MD80, short final, runway 25 left, clear to land.
Trying to level ourselves up off at
2,000.
2,000. I'm going to keep our flaps on to keep our speed under control. Well, that takeoff was better than the last show. My goodness. That was scary. The takeoff on the last one, I took off and I nearly crashed because the winds were set to gusty, because that's what I read when I was looking at real weather for the airport. That's what it said, and that's what I put in. Did it run out of WAV files to play? Because it's quiet now.
Texas 609, contact departure, good day.
There we go.
Good day.
I spoke too soon. Got some orange dots showing up.
King at 59 X-ray, where you park? Signature. 59 X-ray, Roger. Hold short of Delta for traffic on your left and contact ground 121.9, please.
Okay, hold short of Delta and they're going to ground 59 X-ray.
Tower Richard 98 Heavy, ready to departure.
Richard 898 Heavy, left tower, hold short, runway 25 right.
Alright, hold short, 25 right, Richard 898.
Back Valley 7516. Taxi to parking, monitor 121.1.
Okay, taxi to parking, monitor ground 7516 today.
Richard 898 Heavy, runway 25 right, taxi to position, hold traffic, landing runway 1 left.
Alright, position hold 25 right for Richard 898 Heavy.
Okay, we're going to come around this side and then turn around the buildings and get ready to land. I keep thinking that there's got to be a way to smooth this stuff out, but
helicopter traffic no factor.
I think this is just how it looks. It's interesting because in Flight Simulator for Windows 95, it's like in some areas they use the same textures, but it looks a little bit more smoother.
Toronto 1 tower, wind 010 at 4, landing at the ramp will be at your own risk.
Toronto 1.
KILR 1 Hotel Tango, turn right next taxiway, contact ground point enter. Richard 898 Heavy, wind 010 at 4, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 898.
Look at the shadows. You can see the shadows stretching on.
Flight 1117, final for 25 left.
Flight 1117, tower, runway 25 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, Flight 1117.
And all these things are supposed to be like cars and
contact ground point 1.
stuff.
Okay, Colonel 1947, cleared to cross, 25 right and ground point 1.
Richard 898 Heavy, contact departure.
898 phone.
Yep, sun is going down. The evening is approaching.
648 heavy, caution wave turbulence from a departed heavy L1011. Wind 360 at 5, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff.
Get the mouse out of the way.
648 heavy.
Whoa. We better get that gear down. This is going to be a not very fun touch and go if we don't do that. The question is, will we land where one of those dynamic scenery planes don't run into us? Okay, we're coming at... Ah!
Joliet 020 heavy, runway 7 left, taxi to boost and hold for wake turbulence.
Roger, taxi into position 407 left. Would like to go via 007.
Say again, Joliet 020.
Would like to backtrack 407.
Joliet 020, intersection Delta is the full length of runway 7 left, sir.
Full power.
Amcan 648 heavy, contact departure.
648 heavy.
Check that out. We managed to touch down and take off before that one plane that was coming through.
American 1117 at the end, turn right, cross runway 25 right on Alpha 7. Traffic will hold in position and contact ground point 1.
Clear across the runway, American.
2020 heavy, caution wake turbulence from the departed heavy L1011. Wind 360 at 4, runway 7 left.
Hey, we gotta change our radios here.
American 1117, hold short.
Change it to Joliet Park here.
Frequency, hold short.
1, 2. Making a slight change to our plan.
Go ahead. Roger, hold short of runway 7 left for departing traffic.
Hold short now for departing traffic.
Let's see, 18, okay, 250. I wonder if the touch and go is going to mess up the adventure with the radios and stuff. If it's not going to switch. Be interesting to see what happens. Lights.
Northwest on Navajo, 3,500. Looking 711. Position?
Center 711, they're 12.5 miles westbound, and they're going to continue westbound at 3,500.
Thank you. Our departure, Channel 1622 out of 3.3 for 170.
Channel 1622 is radar contact. Want to maintain 9,000.
9,000, Channel 1622.
Traffic 450, connect under 124.2.
Let's set our autopilot. Let's see, autopilot. We'll say connected, and we'll do not heading, but nav 1. Yep. We'll do nav 1. Let us get to, I don't know, about 4,500 feet. I don't know if that will be, probably maybe 5,000. Okay. And that should do it.
2 Cactus 450.
Central 1622, fly heading 050.
Heading 050, Channel 1622.
And Channel 1622, want to maintain 10,000. There's traffic about 12 o'clock and 10 miles southwestbound, indicating 10,900 unverified. Appears to be climbing. Expect higher once you pass that traffic.
1622, roger.
I'm like, man, what's the plane doing?
Channel 1622 on the 050 heading intercept 039 radial to Oviedo intersection, rest route unchanged.
039 to Oviedo, rest of route on train. Unchanged. Stand on present heading Channel 1622.
Channel 1622, men heading to join that radial, fly heading 080 to 039 radial.
These white spots look like people are taking pictures. It's like flash, flash, flash.
In Channel 1622, that vehicle traffic is 2 o'clock and 2 miles indicating 1,200.
And we got him, TCAS are talking to us about him, but we don't see him.
Departure NASA 906 will be passing 3,700 to 170.
NASA 906 for radar contact.
What the heck? Did our radios change? No, I guess not. Okay. I was like, this is all centering. I'm like, well, that can't be right. 108.4. Yeah. This is the radio that I want.
TriStar 120, no shorter than 170, please join the final contact tower 1 at a point 9.
Sounds slow at 170 to final, go to tower. Today.
Southwest 458, this will maintain 8,000.
Southwest 458, 8,000.
We are in the clouds. And this is not a very good altitude for us to be at, apparently, because it's moving us all around. Let's go ahead and maybe change this. We'll change it to 4,500. No, 4,500.
2154, 12,000. Quebec.
2154 approach, descend to maintain 10,000. Expect additional approach, only 25 left.
2154, 10,000.
There, that's better. There's Midway.
Stanza 906, high maintain 14, 14,000. Stanza 916, thanks for the tight turn at traffic slow factor, additional traffic 12 o'clock, and 14 miles northbound, a C9, level at 15,000.
Dr. Seneca 696, traffic with you.
Seneca 6, Julie Golfar's radar contact, high maintain 4,000.
Alright, now that my cat's not in here demanding attention. For those of you that didn't tune in on the last flight, this is RealATC, so it gives you ATC chatter.
216, traffic 10 o'clock, and 6 miles southeast on a T38, climbing out of 13,000 for 14,000.
And it goes through sequence of ground, tower, departure, en route or center, approach, and then ground again. And it's based upon what you're doing. So you start off on ground. When you put down flaps for takeoff, it switches you to tower. When you and it changes the comms. It will automatically change these comms as a result. When you climb past 2,000 above ground level and your flaps are up, then it changes you to departure related traffic, which is 123.60, which is actually what we're on. And then when we extend flaps, we'll be switched over to approach control, and that would be 123.8. And then when we land, it goes right back to 121.1 again. And there are different adventures that you can select, where you just have the chatter, or you have chatter and you have random weather that changes as you fly. And then it's based off of IFR or VFR. And then there's like, I don't know, like a list of 100 or more, I think more than that, actual programmed adventures from one location to another with full ATC communication. So it's really cool. All right, so 18 miles. I think it's probably time that we should start making the descent.
0216, turn left heading 290.
We'll go in here and change that to, let's change it to 2,500. Try to control our speed. We're kind of going fast.
Flight heading 160 back to set traffic. Climb and maintain 7,000. 7,000, 094.
I think that airport right there is Lewis. So I'm thinking this one over here is Joliet. I'll tell you what, Flight Simulator 5.1 was such a significant jump from the previous simulator. At least it was for me, going from the Amiga to this and having the change in the from day to night and the dawn and dusk. That was just really cool.
Tango is 403, traffic 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
Alright. I wish there was a way to do this without it shutting off like that. Whoa. That's not what we want. Let's get ourselves down to 1500.
Southeast on 2 climbing to 4,000 at your site, maintaining visual separation.
Third side, Scott Broadway.
Southwest 1749 in Fable, can you stretch your climb?
1749.
Winner 11, still climb southbound westbound Navajo 3,500.
We're looking for another position.
Winner still 11, 12 climb southbound westbound, and they're going to continue westbound at 3,500.
Thank you.
When this starts moving,
22 out of 3.3 for 17000.
that means we start turning, and I'm pretty sure that's it right there. Because I set up an intersection point based on the DuPage and the Joliet nav radios.
I'm 1091, I think you're in sight, runway 1 on the left, clear to land.
All the flashing lights.
Southwest 998, tower, wind 3605, runway 1 on the left, clear to land, follow 727, short final.
Middle and 1 on left, Southwest 998.
We're not at 4 Charlie, turn right when able, contact ground control point 9.
Crop point 9. Good road.
We should start changing over to approach control here. Approach is 123.8 or 118.40 should be. There it is. Tower.
Sundance 104, 105, 05, runway 28 right, clear to land. 28 right, clear to land, Sundance 104.
So we're hearing some tower ATC now. All right, this is moving.
Other 164, runway 1 right, cleared for immediate takeoff or hold. Other 164, heavy, we're rolling. American 1191's traffic will be at Boeing 747 departing prior to arrival. Start reducing, wind 0505, runway 28 right, clear to land. We'll float up, 3191. Southwest 658, runway 1 right, taxi into position, all traffic landing and departing runways 28. Sir, position hold, 1 right, Southwest 658.
I think we can start turning now. I'm going to turn off our autopilot.
United 2024, reduce speed to 150, back will change to runway 28 left, clear to land. 28 left, 150 knots, clear to land. Continental 134, wind 060 at 5, runway 1 right, cleared for takeoff for Joliet to left, will turn away. Roger, Continental 134, clear for takeoff. Sundance 625, traffic off the right will turn away, wind 060 at 5, runway 1 left, cleared for takeoff.
1 left, clear for takeoff, Sundance 625.
Slowly but surely here.
1443 heavy, cross runway 28 left, contact ground 121.8 on the other side.
Hey, cross and contact ground 121.8 today.
Good day, sir. United 33, tower wind 060 at 6, runway 28 right, cleared to land, long road to kilos approved.
Clear to land, 1 kilo, United 33.
Southwest 466, runway 1 left, taxi into position, halt.
Southwest 466, position, hold 1 left.
33, tower wind 060 at 6, runway 28 right, cleared to land, long road to kilos approved.
Clear to land, 1 kilo, United 33.
I know 134, contact departure, have a nice flight.
Thank you, sir. Good day to you, 134.
And 603, runway 1 right, cleared for takeoff.
Clear takeoff, 603.
And it's 25, runway 1 right, taxi into position, halt.
Position hold 1 right, Sundance 1.
Japan 1 heavy, cross 1 left and runway 1 right, hold short at 28 left at the approach in.
Japan 1 clear cross, 1 left and 1 right, hold short of 28 left.
Whoa, we're getting a little too close to the ground here. I saw my lights.
Cherokee A3 Alpha, stress departure approved, only 1 right, clear for takeoff.
Come on. Over here where the runway's at.
Charlie Lima, go ahead. 7 Charlie Lima, were you the aircraft with the problems with the radio? That's affirmative, sir. 7 Charlie Lima, roger, make straight in runway 31 left, and a quarter 2 mile final. Appears you're in Charlie airspace. 7 Charlie
This should
Lima,
change.
Roger, and, we're requesting 31 right, straight in. 7 Charlie Lima, roger, I'll advise, make a right-hand turn, you're
There it
entering Charlie
goes.
airspace. 7 Charlie Lima, roger. 7 Charlie Lima,
So we should be on ground now.
Off your left-hand side. Charlie Lima, roger. Tower, Cherokee 4542 Foxtrot, holding short, runway 31 right, ready to take off. 4542 Foxtrot Tower, flight down departure, approved, only 31 right, cleared for immediate takeoff, traffic, the Dutch is approaching quarter mile. Roger, confirm, cleared for immediate takeoff. 42 Foxtrot, affirmative, immediate takeoff, runway 31 right. 42 Foxtrot, rolling.
Yeah, we'll stay on the runway. There's no taxiways or anything.
265 Hotel Pop, tower, hold short, runway 31 right.
Short to 31 right, 5 Hotel Papa.
International Airport departure information November 16000. Temperature 582.30. Wind time, altitude
Okay.
3020. Turboject.
Now, if I hit Q to turn the sound off, that'll be us turning off the radio. All right, so here we are. We're at Joliet Regional, and we had a pretty good touch and go, I think, over at Meigs. Really, like, we just touched and took right off. I know on both the Commodore 64 and the Amiga, it took a little bit for me to get off. The Commodore 64, I like barely got off the runway, like before I rolled off into the water. And you couldn't see it because it was all dark, but I knew it was there. And they make it not so bad. But this one turned out really good. So Looking forward to seeing how this is going to turn out on the other simulators with FS9, FSX, X-Plane. Should be fun. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're finding this interesting with the ATC chatter in the background. And I will see you on another flight. Take care. If you thought this flight was interesting, then you might want to check it out on these other flight simulators that you see on your screen. It's just a fun way to relive old memories and see how things changed over the years. Be sure to subscribe to be notified of any new videos, and I'll see you on the next flight.